Those of you who have pets and have a doggy door like this one, it's great because you don't have to keep getting up and down to let the dogs or your cats in and out, and they can just do it themselves. And you've got a nice fly screen door like this. But what do you do when it's winter time? You could end up closing the door, and then the doggy door is pointless. So what we've found is we feel a really great solution. We'll show you in a minute. That allows you to leave this doggy door and the fly screen door wide open like this. There's the door, all throughout winter. Now our winters we can get down to at least -8, sometimes -10, and we've done it last year. We found this out by trial and error, not much error but more trial. We can leave this door open all night, all day in the middle of winter, and there appears to be very little, if any, loss of heat. And we have central heating, and it also, allows the dogs to have a lot of freedom to come in and out during winter when they need to go outside and do their thing. All right, so we'll show you what we've done. Okay, so the things you'll need to do what we're going to just show you is a bubble wrap. Just make sure it's wide enough and long enough to cover your screen door with the doggy flap in it. And then you'll need a sheet, the same sort of size, of this material. It's what do they call it? Multi-wall polycarbonate sheet. And we've gone with the 10mm thick stuff. And the good thing about this is it's easy to cut. Just use your jigsaw, electric jigsaw, and you cut yourself a template of your screen door. And there's the doggy hole there, as you can see. Now the easiest way to do all of this is to take your screen door off. Now's a good time to give it a good clean, get all the dust out of it, and lay your polycarbonate sheet over the top, trace around the edges and the dog flap obviously, and cut it out. And similarly you'll do the same thing with the bubble wrap. And then what you'll need also is some tape, as Buzz Lightyear called it, a unidirectional bonding strip. And obviously keep it kind of the same color as your door if you can. Makes it look a bit better perhaps, or blends so you won't notice it so much. Okay. And so we have scissors, we've got some temporary tape, and we have our bubble wrap. We have our screen door, which we've cleaned off. So we're just going to roll it out. Cover the screen door. Get my lovely assistant to help me. Okay, roll it out like such. Okay.
It's so much fun in the wind as well.
Oh yeah. That's a bonus right there. Cover. Just trim off this. It's oversized at the moment, but that's okay. Alright.
I'll just tuck this side under the door for now.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's going to blow everywhere.
Alright.
Yep.
So, we want... Doesn't matter which side it is. Hello. Good, you? Okay, so the important thing here is, that we found, is that you put all of this, the polycarbonate and the bubble wrap on the outside of your door, not on the inside. Okay, so we just rolled this out and cut it to a basic length. And now we're going to go and just cut out the doggy door, and we will be right back. Okay, so we've cut around the doggy flap. There we go there. Okay. Only thing to note here is you don't want to get too close to the edge of your doggy flap. You need to cut a bit away like we've done here, so you got your tape can get a good purchase on it and seal around the entire perimeter. I know it's not perfect along here, you can see the edges there on both sides, but I think 99% of the surface area of this is covered by the bubble wrap, but 100% of the surface will be covered by the polycarbonate. Okay, so next we're going to trim this down, the bubble wrap down, trim it down to size here, top and bottom, and then we'll come back and lay the polycarbonate over the top and tape it down. Okay, so we've trimmed our bubble wrap to size. What we need to do now is, well, this is one we prepared earlier, so we've obviously cut out the doggy door already from last year. Now you don't have to use the bubble wrap, but depending on how warm you want to be, of course. Let's put this down here roughly. I'll just sort of put it back in here. As you can see here, it sort of fits in this little recess on the frame. The polycarbonate fits in there like that. And that's the size you're going for, really, to make a really good seal, because that's the key to insulation, having a good seal. And you see same down here. Okay. And with the doggy door itself, you can see here that the polycarbonate is the exact size of the frame itself. And what we're going to do is, just because of the weight of the polycarbonate, you just want to pull the bubble wrap around so that it comes down a little bit, so you can see it poke through. And you can see where we've taped before. We're going to tape over the top of all of that, all the way around here, and seal all the way around in continuous lengths, paying particular attention to the corners so that there's no air can get through, or very little. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next, and we'll come back and show you basically the finished product. So the thing with the polycarbonate, it's got these individual cells. You can see these lines running through here. They run all the way through to the other end. And the importance of the insulation factor here is we seal this up. And we're doing that with the tape, as you can see here, all the way down. Alright. And that's this is what makes the insulation properties of this so good and so cheap. And that's the biggest thing out of all this. It's cheap. And like I said, you can leave this door open all throughout winter. Here in Australia anyway, at least. Okay, so I'll hand you over there. So, get out the tape. Give yourself a generous overlap. Like that. Make sure you get right in against the edge of the polycarbonate sheet to get maximum contact with all surfaces. And just come along here. Like so, just put it down like that. And using your left hand, cut the tape. Okay, just press it down. And so you can use any kind of tool, or you can use your fingers maybe, just get to push the tape right up against the polycarbonate. So we'll start here, just push it in like that, and then you can just press the rest out with your fingers, and you'll see there we're up against it there. And just push it in, out, in, out, in, out, and then just press it with your fingers like that, and that's the edge done. See, all the edges are nicely sealed, there's no gaps. That's the important thing, to get maximum benefit out of any sort of installation, really. Make sure there's no air gaps. There are some in here. It's not a perfect system. If you look over here, there's a gap there around the door handle area, but for the amount of heat loss you might get from that, it's negligible and not worth worrying about. Okay, basically we do the same thing to the bottom end, and yeah, I think we'll come back and do the doggy door at last. Okay, so now completed all the tapings. Oh, there's no air pockets or air places with air gaps. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works, and it really is the poor person's double glazing. And what we found last year when we first tried this is that the winter sun, when it does shine on this door at the back of our house, you put your hand on the polycarbonate and it's really quite warm. So and it could be, and it will yeah, much warmer, much warmer than it is outside. It's actually quite surprising how warm it got. And if you compare that by putting your hand on a pane of glass, just single glazing that we've got here mostly in Australia, the glass is actually really quite cold. So I'm really impressed with this. Okay, so let's go put the door back. And so here is the new and improved, thermally efficient fly screen door installed. And like I said, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it certainly makes a big difference, which means now we can have this door open and the dogs can come in and out as they please in the middle of winter. And like I said before, in fact, we can keep this door open all night through winter. We'll just come in here. We no longer have to close this door in the middle of winter to keep the heat in. We can leave it open and obviously just locked, and the doggies can come and go as they please. And that's a win-win, as our cousins across the ditch would say, easy as.